Hello, here we are at Wednesday already. We're going to do a couple of starters today which are going to be done without a calculator, and then we're going to go on and look at bank accounts. So we will bash on straight away with these starters. So first of all, find 3/4 of £18. So remember, to find a fraction of an amount, we divide by the bottom, the denominator in the fraction, and we multiply by the top, which is the numerator. Okay, so let's do this then. So we're going to do 18 divided by 4 first of all. So remember, to divide by 4, we can half it and half it again, or we can do a bus stop sum like this one. So 4 into 1 doesn't go. 4 into 18, because we'd have to carry that one, remember? 4 into 18 goes 4 times. Now 4 4s are 16, which means we've got 2 left over. But we've got nothing to carry that on. So remember, we put a 0.0 there, and 4 into 20 goes 5 times. We've got to be careful to keep points lined up. Okay, so the answer is 4.5. But remember, this is money, and we don't only have one decimal place in money, do we? We need 2 decimal places. So if we need an extra one, we add a 0. And now we need to multiply that by 3. Or you can add up £4.50, £4.50 and £4.50. Doesn't matter. Anyway, 0 3s are 0. 5 3s are 15. 4 3s are 12. Add the 1 makes 13. We've got 2 decimal places in the question, so we need 2 decimal places in the answer. And remember, make it look like money. So 3/4 of £18 is £13.50. Okay, and then the next one, second one today, want to know, is this true or false that 0.201 times 1,000 is 210? So let's have a look at that. So if we moved our digits one place, so remember, we're timesing by 1,000, so we're moving 1, 2, 3 places, and we need our numbers to get bigger, so we're moving 3 places to the left. So if we move 1 place, that's where the digits are. 2 places, that's where the digits are. 3 places, that's where the digits are. Okay, remember, the decimal point stays where it is the whole time. The numbers move past the point. So the answer to 0.201 times 1,000 is not 210, is it? It's 201. Okay, the 1 and the 0 were the wrong way round there. So the answer is that was false. Okay, so yesterday we had a look at household expenditure. I'll just put my phone on silent. So today we're looking at savings and bank accounts. So we're going to look at different kinds of bank accounts and the words that we use when we're talking about bank accounts. Okay, so let's think first of all, have we heard of any different kinds of bank accounts? Okay, so a lot of people have more than one bank account. Not everybody does, but a lot of people do. The most common kind of bank account for people to have is called a current account. Okay, now current account you can pay into and out of, and you can pay things like bills from your current account, and you can have people paying money into your current account as well as you paying money into it. Okay, some people have a savings account. Not everybody does. If you've got a savings account, you can't necessarily pay for things directly out of that account. Okay, so you can't usually, for example, pay bills from a savings account. You would have to transfer money from your savings account into your current account to be able to pay bills from there. People can pay money into your savings account as well as you, and sometimes savings accounts might have restrictions on them. Okay, the restrictions might be that you have to give 30 days notice when you want to withdraw money. The restrictions might be that you have to pay a certain amount into your savings account every month. So there are different kinds of savings accounts. Okay, some people have what's called an ISA, where you're allowed to pay up to, I think it's £20,000 per year without paying tax on your interest. Okay, so it's called an individual savings account, and you basically should be able to get a better rate of interest on an ISA than you would on your current account, but that's not always the case. Okay, talking of interest, that's money that the longer you have your money in the account, the bank or the building society where you've got your account, they will pay you a very small amount of money, a very small percentage for keeping your money in there. Okay, so usually current accounts don't have much interest at all. Some current accounts have no interest. Okay, so you've just got the money that you're putting in there. The bank or building society doesn't add anything extra to that. The next one is savings accounts. If you've got one with restrictions, the chances are the interest rate is higher because you're guaranteeing that your money's going to be kept in there. And for an ISA, that's often the best savings rate of interest. Okay, so they're the different kinds of bank accounts. Now what we're going to do is have a look at what a bank statement might look like. Okay, I haven't filled in all the spaces because we're going to do that as we go along. So first of all, let's look at the headings of the columns. So first of all, every transaction, I'll come and explain what that means in a minute, has a date. Okay, so when you look at your bank statement, you can see when anything happened. Okay, so I've just got the end of April, beginning of May down here. So a transaction is something that happens to cause a change in your account. So a transaction might be that you spent something. It could also be that somebody paid money into your account or that you paid money into your account. Okay, and for example, if somebody gave you birthday money, you might want to pay that into your bank account so that it's safe and it's there to spend if you want to withdraw it, that means take it out, or if you want to use a card to pay for things. Okay, so that's date and transaction. Obviously the amount, fairly self-explanatory, the amount of money involved in the transaction, but if we have a look down here, some of these have got minuses with them and some of them haven't. Okay, so a minus means it's been taken out of the account, it's money that's gone out of the account. So a minus means a withdrawal or a debit. So a debit is something that's removed. Okay, if it's positive, it doesn't say plus, but it doesn't have a minus with it. And so I'll just put that plus in brackets, and that's called a credit. Or it's money that's been paid in to the account. Okay, and then the last column here, balance, that's like the running total of how much is in your account. Okay, so basically when this first transaction happened, £74.38 was removed, and then there was £575.36 in this account. Okay, so we can see from the setup here, this is a current account because bills are being paid from it. Okay, when we look further down, we can see that a couple of these have got the letters DD in front of them, and E.ON is an energy company for gas and electricity. O2 is obviously a mobile phone company. DD stands for direct debit. And what that means is the company is in control of taking that out of your account every month. You sign something that allows them to do that. So for example, if it's gas or electricity, that's often the same every month, and then they just review it every so often. But your phone bill might change every month, but you don't have to do anything about it. The company takes charge of that. So for a direct debit, the company who you're paying money to, they take money out of your bank account, but they're in control. So they let you know of any changes. Often these days it's by an email rather than a letter. Okay, the other letters that you notice right here at the bottom, SO, when you see SO, it means standing order. And a standing order is kind of like a direct debit. It's something that goes out regularly from your account, but you're in charge of that. So you set up a standing order, you decide who it's going to, and you decide how much it's for. And if you want to change that, you change it. The person who's receiving it can't change it at all. Okay, so for example, a standing order might be, it could be pocket money. Okay, it might be that you pay your children so much a month, and it just goes directly into their bank account. It could be a friend that you pay money to, maybe if you're saving up together for a holiday or something like that. But like I say, a standing order is something you're in control. Okay, the direct debit, the company controls it. The standing order, you are in control. Okay, right, so we're going to have a look now and fill in these spaces in the balance, and we're going to come up with something else that we need to look at along the way. So if we look at this stage here, we've got £664.57 in the account, and then we can see on the 30th of May, that should say 30th of April there, that should be 30th of the 4th, a trip to IKEA meant spending £478, so that was obviously quite a big shop there. Maybe it was a couple of items of furniture or something. So what we need to do is our balance, which was £664.57, we need to subtract £478 from that, because that's been spent and that money now has gone to IKEA. So I'm just going to use a calculator for doing these for speed. Although, to be honest, often it's just as quick to do it yourself. So £664.57 take away £478 leaves us with £186.57. So that's what would go in the balance column there. Then we can see there's a direct debit that goes to E.ON, so that's gas and electricity, for £109. So we need to now subtract another £109 from here, and we can see that that gives us, just let me rub this out, hold on, oops, and get rid of that line there. We can see that that gives us £77.57 left, so that goes there. So things are getting a bit tight just now. Then the next direct debit is to O2, so that'll be a mobile phone bill. So we need to subtract £45.09. And again, I'm just doing this with a calculator at the side. That gives us £32.48. Okay, then we've got another debit. This is Sainsbury's, so that's been some shopping that's been done. So we're spending another £25.33. Leaves us with £7.15. Okay, now our next transaction is to take away £32.45. Now, when we do that on a calculator, now we can see we're taking out more than we've got. Okay, we've got £7.15 and we're taking away £32.45. If you do that on a calculator, it tells you you have got minus £25.30. Okay, now if you've heard the phrases in the black or in the red, we can see what they mean here. Okay, I should have been writing in black, not blue. So everything that's black and blue, not bruised, in the balance column, that means we're in credit with the bank. That's money that we've got that's a positive amount, but as soon as we go below zero, the bank will still honour this, but what we are doing now is we've gone into our overdraft. Okay, so an overdraft means you can withdraw more money than you've got in your account. You can spend money that doesn't belong to you, basically. Okay? So when you see a minus number in a balance column, or if it's in red, then what that means is that's money that you owe the bank. Okay? So effectively, you're borrowing a bit from the bank. Okay? Lots of current accounts have an overdraft on them. Some don't. Savings accounts don't have overdrafts. So in a current account, you often have a little allowance that means that if you accidentally just spend more than you've got, it's okay, they'll let you borrow that, but you must pay it back in. It's not like they just give you it. Okay, and we can see that our next transaction is Dundee Council salary, and that's not a minus. This is a plus, so this is money getting paid in. So even though we're £25.30 in the red here, we've spent £25.30 more than we had. This money's going to go back in now. So when you add your £1,950.57, you get £1,925.27. So we're back in credit now in our current account, but we can see that the balance here is not as much as what just got paid in because we were already a little bit overdrawn. Okay, so when you pay money into your account, the first thing that happens is the overdraft is paid off. Okay, so then we're back, we've been paid, this is our salary, remember, that means wages, that's how much money you get paid. So we've been paid this much, this is how much money we've got, and then we've got this standing order to Tracy Marshall that's going out, which is going to remove £20. So without a calculator, we can say that that's £19.05.27, £1,905.27. So each time a transaction happens, the balance changes. It either goes up or down, depending on whether money has been spent or paid in. Okay, remember the red number is overdraft, and that's where the bank allows you to spend a little bit more money than you've got. There is a limit on that though. It's not that you could spend thousands and thousands more. You would need a loan for that. Okay, so this is a current account which allows all sorts of transactions. Remember, savings accounts don't allow things like direct debits. Okay, and they don't allow withdrawals either. So that was all we really wanted to say about bank accounts. I'm just going to double check the list on the first page. So we've looked at credit, that's money going in. Debit, that's money going out. Overdrafts are where you spend more than you've got. Direct debits are money going out of your account regularly that a company controls. And standing orders are money going out of your account regularly that you control. So that's everything that we needed to look at for today. Tomorrow we're going to look at creating a budget. So I will see you then.